Spider-Man and Spawn, two of comics' most iconic vigilantes, both defined by tragedy, extraordinary powers, and an unyielding sense of purpose. Spider-Man, the friendly neighborhood hero from Marvel's New York, and Spawn, the tormented hellspawn of Image Comics, seem to come from entirely different worlds, one cloaked in the familiar light of superheroes, the other lurking on the shadowed fringes of horror. But what would happen if these two titans ever crossed paths? What would drive Peter Parker and Al Simmons into conflict? And what would their battle reveal about each character? To understand their encounter, we first need to know what brings them together. Let's set the stage. New York City racked by a surge in supernatural activity, as portals tear open between universes. For Spider-Man, any threat to the city's safety is his responsibility. For Spawn, the collision of realms echoes with hellish energy he can't ignore. When Spider-Man investigates a series of seemingly occult crimes, he deduces perhaps incorrectly that a mysterious figure is at their center. Meanwhile, Spawn tracks a demonic force, threatening to tip the cosmic balance. Their paths inevitably cross, each mistaking the other for an agent of chaos. Spider-Man is, at first glance, the underdog. Peter Parker is a genius, acrobat, fast and strong beyond normal humans. But Spawn is a literal creature of hell, the living costume, necroplasmic powers, and the ability to manipulate shadows, teleport, and even raise the dead. Yet Spider-Man is no stranger to the impossible. He's faced gods, monsters, and threats on galactic scales, always relying on his intelligence and indomitable will. Their initial clash is pure hard-edged confusion. Spider-Man swings through the ruins of a church, webbing up a monstrous creature only to see it torn apart by chains that snake from the darkness. Spawn emerges a figure in a necroplasmic shroud, his eyes burning with otherworldly green. Spider-Man, never one for violence without cause, tries to talk. Spawn, burdened by constant betrayal and manipulation, isn't ready to trust. He attacks, chains lashing out, and Spider-Man's reflexes are pushed to their limits. The fight is a study in contrasts. Spider-Man dances through the air, flipping over the roof's edge, webs zigzagging in complex patterns to trap and limit his opponent's movement. Spawn, almost immovable, simply dissipates into mist. Reappearing from shadows behind Spider-Man, his attacks primal and devastating. A normal human would stand no chance, but normal never described Peter Parker. Spider-Man shifts tactics quickly. He analyzes Spawn's weaknesses on the fly. The use of necroplasm is finite, draining Spawn if used recklessly. Using his scientific mind, Spider-Man strategically uses flashbangs and ultraviolet web fluid, dispersing the shadows and forcing Spawn into the open. Meanwhile, Spawn adapts. His military training takes over. He anticipates Spider-Man's moves, counters webs with swirling green fire, and uses illusions to fracture Spider-Man's sense of space. Neither holds the upper hand for long. Every time Spawn corners Spider-Man, Peter's agility, creativity, and quips allow him to slip free. Every time Spider-Man thinks he's snared Spawn, shadows swallow the hellspawn, and the fight shifts. The city around them suffers. The longer the battle continues, the greater the chaos. But for all their power, neither truly wants to harm the other. Both are, above all, protectors haunted, yes, but heroes in their own minds. As the fight escalates, the true nature of their conflict becomes apparent. The real villain, the one manipulating the supernatural surge, reveals itself a demonic entity feeding on the clash between heroes. Spider-Man and Spawn pause. In that instant, they see each other for what they are, warriors bearing impossible burdens. Without a word, they join forces. Spawn's infernal might and command of shadows, combined with Spider-Man's intellect and speed, prove a formidable combination. Together, they break the demonic hold, close the interdimensional rifts, and rescue those caught in the crossfire. In the aftermath, the city is battered, but safe. Spawn, still an outsider, retreats to the shadows. Peter Parker resumes the mask, swinging between lamplight and darkness. Their confrontation reveals the most telling thing even gods and monsters know. They are responsible for doing what is right, no matter the cost. Spider-Man and Spawn, despite every difference, ultimately fight on the same side. Their clash ends not in defeat, but understanding, a reminder that heroism wears many faces, that true strength lies as much in compassion as in power.